The late Peter Drucker said, culture eats strategy for breakfast. This means that no matter how great your strategy is, it would always fall to the strength or to the weakness of your culture. In today's video, we're going to look at how you can strategize to meet sales targets in record time. My name is Iyore, trained over 25,000 salespeople across 5 countries, Nigeria, Ghana, USA, UAE, Rwanda. I'm an author of several books and resources on sales, and I'm featured on lots of media platforms to talk about successful selling. I worked in an organization where I was giving a target to sell to 20 high net worth individuals. I was able to bring in 21 high net worth individuals in a single month. I also participated in a sales competition where I won, and I was sent for the World Cup run all expense paid trip. I moved to another organization where I was able to double my portfolio by over 100% in just 11 months. I'm CEO for Ultravantage, and our specialties in Salesforce management, meaning that we work with sales teams, work with the CEOs and the team leads to help them achieve their sales targets, working with their sales teams in record time. So ladies and gentlemen, sales strategy and execution is very key when it comes to meeting sales targets. Remember, these are a series on psychology of selling. And when we look at psychology of selling, we are saying 80% of your success comes from psychology, only 20% comes from mechanics or strategy. Now, we spent a lot of time looking at mechanics, looking at the psychological aspects, meaning the mindsets, your way of thinking, the things that work on the inside of you that help you meet sales targets in record time. Now, if when we look at strategy, there's a level of psychology in strategy as well. So when we're talking about strategy, I will start in this video looking at the psychological aspects of strategy. Then we'll look at the strategic aspect of strategy. That's the mechanics. What exactly to do to be able to meet the targets in record time. Now, if you don't do this psychological aspect I'm going to show you now, there is no way you will be able to apply these sales strategies I will show you towards the end of the video. Now, let's define what strategy is first. In simple terms, sales strategy refers to the plan and path you want to follow to meet the sales targets. Very simple. Strategy sounds like a complex word, but it's just the plan and path you want to follow to meet the sales targets. Now, why do I use the word you want to follow? Because there are many paths you can follow to meeting the sales targets. They may not really be the right path. The right path will be the best path for you, maybe based on your personality, based on your target audience, and based on the time frame you have to be able to meet the sales targets. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing you need to do with the psychological aspect of meeting sales targets or for strategizing is imagination. Imagination is a strategy. This means you want to spend time seeing what it looks like for you to win. Wherever the mind hasn't gone, the body will not go. If your mind doesn't know what it looks like to have met a sales target, to be awarded and be clapped for and be praised for doing well in sales, it may be far from you. And this is why you don't want to wait till the picture comes in your head. No, you want to spend time creating it. What does it look like if you have already won? There's a story of one of our sales staff a few years ago. He wasn't doing well in sales. He wasn't able to bring in any business for whatever reason. So I asked him one day, I said, have you been practicing imagination? He said, no, he hasn't. I said, okay, can you start to practice that? He said, because you will not be bringing sales because you've not seen what it looks like to bring in sales. When he started practicing that, a few weeks later, he brought his first sale because he has started to practice seeing what it looks like for him to win. So imagination is key. You have to take time to imagine. And when you practice imagination, there are 2 times which are best to practice imagination. Number 1, early hours of the morning when you just wake up. Number 2, just before you sleep off at night. Those are the 2 best times to practice. Now, it doesn't mean if you practice it in between the day, you won't get the result. But science just shows us that because of the brain waves, the response of our brain waves when we're about to sleep off and when we just wake up, they suggest that you practice it at those times, which makes it a lot more effective. Now, when you're imagining, you want to see with your 5 senses. What does it look like if you've met these sales targets? Sense of sight. What do you see when you've met these sales targets? Do you see yourself on a stage, or are you looking at your colleagues, them clapping for you? What exactly are you seeing when you've met these sales targets? Is it the credit alert you're seeing? Are you seeing the scoreboard? What are you seeing? Number 2, what are you hearing? Are you hearing the applause? Are you hearing them say congratulations with your boss mentioning your name? I remember when I met the sales target of bringing 21 HNIs in a single month, we had an early morning meeting and the boss says, how many HNIs did you close last month? I said, 21, sir. He says, wow, give him a round of applause, right? That was what I heard. I heard a round of applause. Now, what are you smelling? Are you smelling the AC vents in your office? What are you smelling? Are you smelling your perfume? Are you smelling the food because they're celebrating? What are you smelling? What are you feeling? What are you touching? Are you touching your suits while you're standing on the stage? Or are you touching your thigh? What are you touching while you're hearing this victory sound? Then, of course, like I said, use your five senses, right? So after you've applied using your five senses for this, you'll find out that your emotions, see, for example, when you think a sexual thought, your body responds a certain way, or a fearful thought, your body responds a certain way. In the same way, when you practice imagination like this, you want to practice in such a way that you feel the emotion of victory, the emotion of success. You want to feel it. Because when you feel it, you bring it into your world. The energies of the universe start to attract that opportunity to you. Now, that's the psychological aspect of strategy. Now, let's go into the mechanical aspects now. Strategy is the plan you choose to follow to be able to meet the sales targets. When a budget has been given to you, you see, there are fundamentals of meeting sales strategy. One of the fundamentals is identifying your target audience. Because you see, if you identify your target audience, you will penetrate the market faster. This means that you activate a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system is that part of the brain that helps you identify what's most important to you. So you find out that because the reticular activating system has been activated, all of a sudden, you start to see the prospects that you're really looking for. If I wanted to buy a brand new car, a red Toyota Corolla, all of a sudden, I will start to see the red Toyota Corolla everywhere. If I wanted to buy a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max, all of a sudden, I'll start to see the iPhone 16 Pro Max everywhere. Whether on ads, whether on TV, I'll start to see it everywhere. Because of the reticular activating system, other people may not be seeing it the way I'm seeing it. Now, when you want to choose your target audience, there are several things you can do. You must think in terms of, where do my prospects gather? Where do the people I'm looking for, where do they gather? What do they have in common? When you think of where your prospects gather, think of somebody who wants to fish and he's thinking about using just a hook. He can only get one fish at a time. But when you want to get a lot of fishes, your strategy can decide, you know what, let me use a net. And when you cast the net, you get a lot of fish at once. So it's the same strategy of saying, where do my prospects gather? So that I can have an opportunity to cast a net and possibly get as many as possible so that I can meet these targets in record time. So when you're thinking of where your prospects gather, you're thinking in terms of, what do they have in common? Could it be they gather together because of commonality of industry? Same industry? Could it be they gather together because of commonality of location, geographical, based on geography? Could it be they gather together based on income size? Whatever it is you choose to determine where your prospects gather, you should be able to go there and find them, or go to the area, maybe it's online or whatever, to be able to begin conversations with them. Because when people gather together, you find out that it will be easier to influence them faster, because they will have commonality, similar interests, similar beliefs, similar background, and that can help you get referrals, penetrate faster, and get results in record time. If you choose to go the industry route, which I always prefer, to specialize in a particular industry, for example, when I was told to sell to 20 HNIs in a single month, I focused on a particular industry. Target to bring 20 HNIs in 1 month, I focused on a particular industry, and I was able to bring in 21 in a single month. Because within that industry, I could give a similar, I could provide similar solutions. I could identify their needs faster. I could look at their buying pattern or payment patterns, so I could be able to pitch and close accordingly. I could also get referrals faster. So it works perfectly. Building rapport is even easier. Who is more likely to give you referrals? Somebody from the same industry, or someone from another industry into another industry? Definitely someone from the same industry. So if you want to go the industry route, you may think in terms of, what course did I study in school? Because if I look at the course I studied in school, I probably can speak the vocabulary of the course I studied in school. That would help me relate more with people in that particular industry. Or you can think in terms of, what industry am I interested in? What do I like to read about? Even if I didn't study it, but this industry gets my attention. Or you may even say, oh, this is the industry I believe, where I can find people who I can close. So whatever method you choose among these three, use it and decide, then start. You may not want to focus, you may decide to go on 1 industry per month, or 2 industries at a time. But I won't expect you to do more than 3 industries at a point in time. So that's, and even if you're going 2 to 3 industries at a time, make sure they are similar in nature. Maybe pharmaceutical, medicine, maybe construction, real estate. Look at something similar, entertainment, hospitality, so that there can be a little blend of this particular industry. Now, After you've settled the fundamentals, next thing you want to do is, there are several, see, in marketing, there are 7 ways to sell any products. There are always 7 ways. And you want to think in terms of which ways should I deploy, or how can I deploy all these? For example, you may decide, from the target I've given, I've broken this target down into strategy. Of course, you want to start with personal strategic planning, right? What do I need to do with these are annual targets? How much do I need to bring in quarterly? How much do I need to bring in monthly? How much do I need to bring in weekly? So that your energy can be guided. That's very, very key. Now, 7 ways marketing and products. You can decide, do I want to do repeat business from existing buyers? What percentage of this target do I want to achieve with existing business or repeat business from people who have done business with? Number 2, what percentage of this target do I want to achieve with referrals? Number 3, what percentage of this target do I want to achieve with upselling? Number 4, what percentage do I want to achieve with cross-selling? Upselling means selling a higher version of an existing product line or service. Upselling, a higher version. Cross-selling means selling complementary products or service to an existing service or client. You may also want to look at, can I increase my average sale to the people who have been selling to by applying the Pareto principle? Pareto principle states that 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your income, comes from 20% of your customers. So that 20% of my customers who give me 80% of my revenue, can they increase their deal size? Or next point, number 6, do I want to go to the bottom 80% who are giving me only 20% and look at my next 20% amongst them, so that they can do a lot more, give me more money, or increase what they are buying with me? Then finally, you want to also reduce the length of your sales process. How can I reduce the length of my sales process? If it's been taking me a month to be able to move from lead all the way to a close, what are the things I can do? What are the things I can take out? In Lean Sigma, or Six Sigma we call it, we always look at, how do you eradicate waste in a sales process so that it can be faster and take you to the close? For example, if normally when you meet a prospect, you first of all tell them about your product, your service, your price, before you try to have a meeting. Then before you have a meeting, it takes time, you follow up, get a meeting. Can you switch that and decide that, see, we don't communicate price, we don't communicate anything until we get a meeting first. Then from the meeting, we decide when payment is going to be made, or if person is going ahead, just to see how you can tweak your sales process and make it faster and make it easier for you to be able to meet your sales targets in record time. So if you apply these things, ladies and gentlemen, don't also forget partnerships as well, right? This could be maybe the 7th strategy or 8th strategy. Don't forget partnerships, because partnerships has to do with the fact that, are there people who sell complementary things to what you do? For example, imagine somebody who sells, or what comes to mind now is somebody who sells Rolex wristwatches. If you partner with somebody who sells Rolls Royce, definitely you can be sure that they complement each other. Or like they say, private jet hangars. Rolls Royce the brand Rolls Royce like to advertise their cars next to private jets hangars, just to be sure that, at least the people who buy private jets can also buy the Rolls Royce as well. So with what you sell, who are the other people in the value chain who also need what you have? You sell real estate. Could they also be interested in interior decoration? Can you partner with interior decoration people? You sell real estate. Can you partner with paint companies? People want to paint their companies. Or you sell paints. Can you partner with real estate companies? So my point is that, look at complementary other products or services people who buy your services or buy your products would need. Then look at how you can partner with those people to be able to get your message out, get your word out, and meet your sales targets in record time. Thank you for watching today's video. I trust you learned a lot today. Please comment which of the strategies you're going to start to implement immediately, because that would help you as well to take action. Thanks so much. If you haven't watched this video, please watch this next video. It's going to be a great blessing to you. Like, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.